Hi everyone, I'm Lorna Faith from createastoryyouLove.com, and today I'm going to go through a tutorial on 9 simple steps to start a self-hosted WordPress blog in less than 15 minutes. And it really does only take 15 minutes to set up your author website, and it's super simple to do. And then, after you've set it up, after you've set up your website, then you can decide on how you want it to look, but that's the kind of the fun design stuff that you do later. So, just quickly, here's a little bit about me. I write fiction and nonfiction books, and so this tutorial will be applicable for writers who write either one or both. And also, you don't need to be a technical person to figure out how to do this. I don't have any kind of technical background thing. I just kind of learned from actually listening to YouTube tutorials like this one. And so I know as writers, we don't want to spend a whole ton of time doing techie stuff when we could be writing. So that's why I've made this simple step-by-step tutorial on how you can set up your own author website. And the good news is that you can always pause the video and go back and take a look to figure out any steps you might have missed. So it's not too difficult. So I hope you'll follow me through the whole thing. And so in this tutorial, we'll go through details like why choose a self-hosted site, and how to get a domain name and a hosting plan, how to install WordPress, how to choose and install a WordPress theme, how to add a page on your new website to feature your books, and how to add an email list to your website. And so why choose a self-hosted WordPress website? There's a few reasons. It is professional looking website for the price of a latte a month, and each of us as authors are judged, whether we want to be or not, by the quality of our online presence, by readers, bloggers, publishers, agents, just basically anyone who is interested in your books or in you will be looking at your website. Another big reason is you have control of your website. And this is really important because, for instance, if you have a free site, what would happen if the company disappears? So then, then your author website would also disappear, right? So if you have control of your own website, then that seems to work better. Flexibility is another good reason for a self-hosted WordPress website. You can choose the plugins you want, you can modify your website, you can monetize your website, and keep 100% of what you earn from your website. And so I should mention that the services I share in this tutorial are affiliate links, which means that I earn a small percentage if you use my link. This tutorial, of course, is free, and I do hope that you find it helpful to use so that you'll want to use my link. But it doesn't cost you anymore. So the way to get a domain name and a hosting plan. So first of all, I should explain a domain name or a URL is where people find you online. In most cases, it's your author name or your business name. For example, my author website is lornafaith.com, and my business website is createastoryyouLove.com. And, hosting is a way to store and to run your website so people can access it from all over the world. You're basically renting storage space is what hosting is. And so there are actually a ton of options for hosting your website, but I do recommend Bluehost if you are just getting started. If you go to createastoryyouLove.com/Bluehost, use that link to get a little bit of a discount. And so here's why I recommend Bluehost. It's easy to use. This is a hosting site that any non-techie person can learn to use, much like I did, because I'm not techie at all. It has great 24/7 support by email, live chat, or by phone. It's really reliable, 99.9% uptime average. WordPress officially recommends 3 hosting services, and Bluehost is one of them. It has unlimited space for bandwidth, domains, email accounts so that your website can grow. It's affordable. It's a few dollars a month, depending on which plan you go with. And you can get an amazing, inexpensive price when you use my affiliate link. And there's also 30-day money-back guarantee, which is really cool. To get started with setting up your website, just type into the browser createastoryyouLove.com/Bluehost. So let's move on over to Bluehost and start setting up your own website. Okay, so let's get started. So if you followed that link, createastoryyouLove.com/Bluehost, you should end up on this website where it says bluehost.com. And I am going to, you just click on the Get Started button. And so I am, in this tutorial, I am setting up a friend's website. And so it takes you to this page, and this is where you select your plan, Basic, Plus, or Prime. I usually go with Plus because you get unlimited websites, you know, unmetered web space, unmetered bandwidth, you know, unlimited park domains, unlimited subdomains. Anyway, it's just, I think it's a better plan because I don't know about you, but sometimes I get an idea for a website and then I will start a new one. And so, you know, it's just, it's great to have that option. So I'll click on this one, and then that'll take us to where it says sign up now. And so you just type in the name of the website. And so here, I'll type in my friend's name. So melodyandrews.com. And then actually you'll see here, there's actually, you can have many different, what do you call it, suffix. But, you know, it is really a good idea to get .com if you can, especially because it's a global business, right? And I don't know, but you know, if you're concerned about any of that, you could always just go right up here because they have the chat button there. Okay, and then you'll be shown to a page where it says create your account, and this is where you type in your account information. And you know, so you fill in your information, and you know, and then you type in, you know, your email address and all of that. You choose the package information that you want. Now for this one, you know, I often just, for myself, I go with usually the 2-year plan, sometimes even only the 1-year plan. But you know, totally up to you. The only one that here that I actually choose out of these, you know, extra options that you see here, I actually don't use Site Backup Pro because I actually use WordPress backup plugin, and that's what I use for my website. Here is I do click on domain privacy because, you know, then your phone number and all of that, and your name and you know, your address, that sort of thing, it doesn't go out to the public. So I do keep that one there. And then I actually, you know, I don't use SiteLock security either. And so, you know, then once I look it over and I just see that I've got everything how I've wanted it, then I go down here and I put in my payment information. Now, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to put that in right now, but you know how to do that. Credit card number, expiration, your code at the back of your card, and then you click here. You click on that I have read and agree to Bluehost's terms of service, cancellation policy, and privacy policy. And of course, we all read that, right? And then what you do is you click on submit, and it'll take you to a new page. Okay, so, you know, once you've entered your details and you've read through the documents, if all goes correctly, you click on that button, it'll say welcome to Bluehost, and then you choose a password. And then what that is a Bluehost hosting password. So whenever you come to Bluehost, you'll use that password. So keep that handy so you can always, you know, of course you can always reset a password if you forget, right? And then you'll come inside of Bluehost and you'll see right here you'll see domains, and so well, domains, but you'll see this whole area here, right? And you can come down here and it says install WordPress. If you didn't get the pop-up, then you'll be in this area here where it is kind of like the administration area, right? And then it'll say, do you want to continue installation? And then which domain do you want to use? And so then you put in the domain name that you want to use, and you can unclick these actually, and then you click on next. And then it'll come to a place where it has like admin information, and so you'll type in your website name or your title of your website. And so trying to get the name right here, and then you put in the admin email address, and then you click that you have read the terms of service. And then you click next, and then it'll give you recommendations here if you want to choose one of these themes, but I do have actually some themes that are a little bit cheaper if you want to look at those, but I mean whatever you choose. And then you can click on view your credentials. Your installation was successful. And so then it tells you all the details, right? It tells you your password and what your username is, and that you are set up. So now what we can do is we can go to the back end of your new WordPress website, which is exciting. Okay, and the computer's being a little slow, but I think we're logging in here. Okay, so this is the back end of the website. Okay, so now here we are inside of your new website. And if you want to see what it looks like, you just go up here to the top left and it'll say visit site, and you click on that. Now you'll only see this if you're inside, like that you've put on your if you put your password in and your admin name. And then to go back, you can just click on dashboard again, and that'll take you back to the dashboard. But I wanted to show you if you want to use a StudioPress WordPress theme, because Melody had asked if I would use Author Pro theme, and so if you want to use that, go to createastoryyouLove.com/StudioPress if you want to use a different theme. And so here's my page for that. Now you'll see the themes and plugins I have here. But you can go up here and it says shop for themes at studiopress.com. And this is kind of fun because this is like all kinds of themes, right, that you can get. And then if you want to see like the details on a particular theme, like so this is like the Author Pro theme, it'll show you, right? And so now it does say a discount because I've bought a couple of other themes before, and but even if you gotta think less than $50 to design your website is actually pretty good. And then you can also have a live demo of the theme too, right? You just click on the button there, and so yeah. And so, what else was gonna, oh, and then if you want to, let me just click on this. If you want to, you can just go and see, just go back, and once you have purchased it, if you found a theme you wanted and you've purchased this, you just go back, and you can actually, so Author Pro, you'll see that you can just click here and it says setup instructions, and so it actually gives you details on how to set it all up. It just takes you through the whole thing, like how to do the the widget area, right, and the front page and that sort of thing. So it's really great. But back now to the website. So now that we're back in on the back end of the website, I just wanted to show you where you install your theme. So you go down on the left hand side, you'll see a bunch of things, posts, media, pages. Keep going down, and you'll see appearance, and then you click on themes, and this is actually where you add. You'll see that I already added Author Pro theme, but there's the other ones that are free that come with it are like this. You could tell we started off with this one, right? 2017. And if you want a free theme to start with, you just click activate, right? Or just choose the one you want and click activate. Well, you can customize any of these. So you can customize here. I'll just show you. So if you click on customize, that's where you can change things, right? Like you can change, yeah, like you can have your tagline, right? You can change the colors and where your menus are. Like this is the menus right up here. And so it's actually quite fun. You can just change a whole lot of things, and yeah, so that's where you would install themes. And then I just wanted to show you something else quick, because I was going to add a bonus on here, how you could sign up for a free MailChimp account. It's free for the first 2,000 subscribers, and so if you wanted to do that and get started with MailChimp, I just wanted to show you how to do that. You come down to widgets here. You see where it says widgets. You just click on that. And what you want to do is, because we'll use the embed one, you'll want to move text, this one. You'll see that these move up. You'll want to move text way up here to the top, right? Because these move, right? So you'll want to move that one way up here to the top. Right, and then this is where we'll stick our code in, right? We'll use text to stick our code in, and that's how we'll get our email sign up added. And so let's go do that now. Let's get started with setting up MailChimp on our website. Okay, so here we are on MailChimp, and you can see from the URL right here, it's login at MailChimp.com, sign up. And so the nice thing about MailChimp is that you can get started with and get 2,000 subscribers actually for free without needing to pay monthly, which is awesome. And so you can get started with a free account here. And so I will set up a new account for Melody Andrews. Okay, let's see if I got that right. Okay, so your password is secure and you're all set. Okay. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's try that one. I think I can keep the same password. Let's try this. activate your account. So I'll just activate that. And then clicking on confirm that you're human and that you're not a robot. So there we go. Okay, so then we get started. Tell us a little bit about yourself. So you just fill in this part. And you can call this, you know, whatever you like. And then fill in your website name. Okay, so this part is saying, does your business sell anything online? If you sell online, so this is talking about like Shopify, you know, WooCommerce, but in general, we are more than likely going to sell our books on Amazon for the most part. You know, at some point, maybe we'll do audiobooks or print books or whatever on your website. But to get started, I think we would just start, you know, with, you know, Amazon and Kobo and Apple and selling our books there. So I'm going to click no and continue. And Facebook and Twitter, I'm actually going to do that separately. And I've heard other authors who recommend doing that separately. Setting up your own Facebook account, your own Twitter account, and scheduling that separate from your email. And so I'm not going to do anything with that. And these would probably be helpful. So I might do that later. But if you you know, need help with getting started with MailChimp, that's probably a good idea. I'll maybe not do that right now, but I'll come back to that and you know, get their ideas for that. Okay. So now what we want to do is, the first thing we want to do is create a list. Oh, okay. So look at that. We already have one subscriber. Look at that. Okay. So create a list. So create a list. Now what will we call the list? So I would probably call it something like new book releases and updates. Default. This is the address people will reply to. So put your email out, your author email address. Even if you are using a pen name, this is a good idea. Okay, so being an author, that makes this part easy. So, remind people how they signed up to your list. Okay, something like, let's try to think. I like to add at the end that if they want to, they can unsubscribe at any time. Okay. And yes, I like to do the double opt-in too. And And so that just means that people will need to click on a link to confirm that they want to subscribe. This kind of keeps away the spammers, which is a really good idea. A daily summary. Yes. Okay. All right, so now we have a brand new list. Now let's go to sign up forms. Okay, so let's try doing an embedded form. I'll show you how that works. So what we will do is, here, we'll just change maybe a few things. Well, okay, maybe we'll just go with classic then. Okay, I just want to change this. Let's change some things around. Oh, here, we don't want that. Well, it might just be easier just to have the email address actually. So maybe let's do that. And because if we click this and show all fields, we don't want all fields, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's go with that one then. So this is what it'll look like. This is kind of the preview, and we'll just have the email address, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of people like prefer that actually anyway. So we just save, paste it. So Command C again, and then we go back to our website. Okay, so you'll see here on the far left hand side, go underneath the name or the name of your website and go down to where it says widgets and click. And then we'll just redo this. Where is it? So this one, primary sidebar, and then we go to text. And so remember, we have to click on text, right? And so let's go here and delete all of that, right? So double check that you're on text, right? And now paste. So Command V if you're on a Mac, and just paste it in. Okay, now this one, we'll save it. So now this should just be the email address, I think, on the side. Yeah, see, that actually works quite good. And here, let me just show you some things that you might find interesting, especially when you're setting up your first website. Here's just a little extra bonus that I thought I would just share with you. If you want to, oh yeah, that's the other thing, is you can connect Sumo, which is free. If you just get the basic part of Sumo, and that's like for your Twitter and your Facebook, and to connect your social media, right? But if you're wondering, you know, which plugins should I add to my WordPress, the ones that I really recommend would be SumoMe. I just use the free version. Get the WordFence security, WP Touch mobile plugin, because you want to have, if people are looking for your website on their phone, on their iPhone or Android phone or whatever, on their smartphone, that's a really good thing. I like the author progress bar. That's that I'll show you. And then contact form is the other one. But you don't need ones like Optimize Press unless you want to. But like these ones are kind of important, and this is for social media, to share social media. It's free. If you just get the basic, it's free. And so how do you find these? Well, go up here and click on Add New. And here, I'll show you this one. I'll show you the author WIP progress bar. So you go here where it says Search Plugins, and just author progress. Oops, I'm not spelling it right. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, so you can tell it's active. So this is like, say you're in the halfway through a book, and you want to let people know that go to your website that, oh, it's almost done, you know, the book's almost done. Well, you would add this as a plugin, right? And so you would just click this and it would activate, and that's how you get that on your website, right? And so I think that's it. Let's just double check. I can show you the author WIP progress bar. This is it here, right? So you can see that on the side. So that's what that is. And and the other one is contact form 7. That way people can just email you, and it actually turns out quite nice, right? And people can just, you know, send you a little email, and they add their email, send you a little message, I mean. And, you know, they just click here and they send it, and then they send you a little message, which is, it's called Contact Form 7 plugin. And so those are just really neat things to, you know, have on your website. So anyway, so that is all I wanted to share about that. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts beneath the video or on the blog post, wherever you find this. And I would love to also know the name of your author website, if you would care to share. I'm always interested in new authors and the books they're writing and that sort of thing. So I would just love to hear from you. And so I hope all goes well, and please feel free to, you can always contact me, createastoryyouLove.com/contact, if you have any questions. And I'm just excited for you that you are starting your author website. This is going to be exciting. And so have fun, and we'll talk to you later.